welcome back to the Forge. I'm Big Cloudwise, and we have Alcoholic with us today.
Hello.
So, Tosh,
Yeah,
how are you doing?
I'm good. Like we were talking pre-show, just trying to figure out what project you want to do, right? Because I want to do this GAN custom thing that I had. It's planned.
Hold
Oh,
on, we're having some difficulties. For
uh
some reason, I decided to accidentally do something stupid.
oh. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I am still trying to learn this platform.
Oh, and it is. It looked like it's messing up on the. There we go. It's good now. Just the camera. 'Cause I know the software usually just trying to.
Yeah. Okay, so where were we? Meh.
Okay, we're doing a catch up. So he was asking me, how I'm doing. And I was saying like pre-show, I was just talking about like how I want to, there's so many projects, right, that you want to do, but then for some reason when you do them, it's like, oh, I don't really want to work on this right now. I want to work on this other kit that I just got. So it's really hard because like for me, I want to work on my GAN, but then I looked at the Sea Freedom Zagak I just got, and I'm just like, because I've been so excited to want to build it. So I'm like, you know what, the gang can wait. I gotta build this Zagak. Get the excitement out.
Well, that's one of the reasons I really like doing rough builds. I'll do a rough build, I'll put it back, and of course I'm a huge kit basher, so nothing really stays original with me.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah, of
very picky.
course.
I've got original.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I'll do that. I'll leave it as a rough build for a while, and then I'll go back and I'll do whatever and leave it alone for a little bit. Go back to it after that a little bit.
Yeah.
My builds go through about 3 or 4 renditions.
Mm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Parts for the lighter.
So to talk more about your Lagger project, can you go in depth a little bit more with it? Like, what's like your
Well,
overall like vision?
like I was talking about last night, I originally designed this lighter back when I was in high school, and it was
Hmm.
one of those. Uh, it's kind of evolved over the years, changed a little bit.
Oh,
It's something I like to go back to because it's a good idea.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Hellfire missile systems on a Mach 10 robotic animal.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Oh yeah. It's kind of funny because you remember like an episode or ago we were talking about sci-fi technologies, right? So it just kind of reminds me like, with today's topic going more into the Gundam side of things and our favorite technologies is this interesting. I love that, kind of
Yeah.
cohesion. And also just want to say though, like whenever you do your builds and you do a brainstorming and stuff like that, I'm always so interested in like how you come up with the ideas and then to see it come into effect like that is awesome.
It's definitely can be a process.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So,
Yeah.
you ready to get into this?
Yes.
Righteous. Give me 1 second here. I've got to fix something. Son of a biscuit. Okay, so why don't you get us into the
Mhm.
topic?
Oh yeah. So, so we are talking about, like, so what was just mentioning, he was talking about the creation of his current project. He's kind of working through, and he mentioned certain technologies, right? No matter what series it's from, no matter if it's like from a natural, like genre, like sci-fi, and whether it's anime or it's fiction but non-fiction because it's not animated. um, I thought that we could talk about like what are some of the technologies we like in Pacific Gundam series. So since me and Bit have similar favorites. Like we both love Seed, we both like Double O, and of course, other shows. I thought we would kind of go a little bit in depth and talk about like our favorite kind of technologies that are showcased in shows. You know, like Seed and Double O.
Well, I can get behind that.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to touch on at least one of the systems. So one of the systems I like is throughout the entire franchise, and it goes by different
Hmm.
names. There's Fangs, Funnels, Dragoon System, Super Dragoon System, and G-Bits, and Gun-Bits. So
I don't love the
basically,
gun bits.
yeah, basically all they're doing is like having these little, they're either wire guided or just free floating, and they're just flying around, causing havoc on the enemy while the main suit is just flying around causing more havoc. Kind of funny.
Okay.
I'm not right for calling that funny.
Okay. And also, I like how you do. I mean, as you can tell, there is a theme of, Bit loves his Dragoon systems way out. He loves his Dragoon system because if you think about it, the Dragoon system is
It's a great support
phenomenal.
system.
Oh yeah.
Well, for
Oh,
combat.
yeah. 100%. For me,
I'd hate to get
I
emotional support hug from that.
hmm,
I'd hate to get emotional support hug from the dragon system.
I know. Virtual hugs for all. Virtual hugs for all. Oh my goodness. I would say like kind of going in what I was about to talk about, like favorite technology. I am so basic. I like the beam saver. I am a beam saver cis girly through and through because oh, I just saw dust. Okay. Anyways, I don't know why. I love the melee weapons a lot.
Hold on, you saw
So
dust and that made you just stop mid-sitting?
hey, welcome to the wonderful world of OCD.
No, that's ooh shiny swirl syndrome right there. Like,
That is true. That is true. Actually, you're right. It
not be
is.
with us today.
Instead of shiny things, I see dust.
Like, every Pantheon be with us today. Like, we need all of y'all today. From Odin all the way down to Buddha. And everyone else in between.
Yes. Yes. 100%. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That just cracked me up.
There's
Oh my
enough
goodness.
cough in the world that's going to be able to help me be able to recover the energy I'm spending on this.
I know. We can recover. We can recover. We can
Yeah,
recover.
after a couple days. I'm 40
And
after.
I just want so Bit is still recovering from
The shock of
or
turning
like the
old.
that That. Hey, but wait, like I said, the beam, the beam saber. Like how you just went, wait a minute, with the beam saber. You just kind of zoomed over and be like, you just had like a shiny scroll moment. I'm like, yes, I did. With us. Um, like I said, I freaking love the beam saber. As basic as it sounds, I love melee weapons, and the beam saber is one of them because hints. I know a lot of people know. I love Afrin, right? So Afrin, he's superior when it comes to melee, you know, um, battle technique, right? So I've always been a huge fan of it, and especially, if we're going to talk about Gundam Seed and Cosmic Era technologies, of course, when it comes to the melee weapon, it was first like, everything was first created by the Earth Alliance, for the prototype Gundams. And then, of course, when Zaf came in and, said, hey, let's take some of your mobile suits, right? And so the more like, we start to learn about each of these mobile suits that they took, especially the Blitz Gundam, which I have the kit for it. I just need to build it at some point. But one of the things I like about the Blitz Gundam is that they have this thing called the Mirage coil in place, because with that, it's like basically, like I said, it's like some sort of like gas that is used when it launches its attack. So I love that. That's one of my
Well,
favorites.
from what I understand about that particular coil and the gas is that the gas is more of a metallic filament type stuff,
Hmm.
and it allows it to project into the gas and make what
Yep.
looks like it's really behind it, really in front, now in front of it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
kind of a
100%.
cloaking device.
Oh yeah.
Not as sophisticated as Romulan or Cleon style cloaking device, but still a cloaking device.
That is true. That is true. Good point, actually.
Interesting fact about those two ones, they actually didn't light around shit in a weird kind of
Ooh.
way. I mean, it's Star Trek, come on.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh,
Um,
do you have another one you like? Cause I got one. Got another one.
let's see, there's three performance enhancing systems that I like.
All
And,
right,
well, there's the
name it for us.
NTD, there's Hyper Mode, and then there's, well, Trans Am.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
go wrong
we
with
both love the
Trans Am.
Trans Am. I like the other ones you mentioned too, but it's just the Trans Am. It's just very iconic for what it is. Just saying.
Well, you gotta give it up for the hyper mode because technically, as far as shows come along, it was the original performance enhancing system.
Yep.
And then it was no, then it was Trans Am. Yes, Trans Am is definitely an iconic one at that.
Yep.
Just the ability to be able to hype up your systems that way is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, 100%.
NTD has its own hyper type of way. Not only does it increase the suit's strength and mobility and speed, it also allows it to be able to cancel out cyclone systems.
There you go.
So if you got funnel around or anything, you better hope you don't come up against the
Oh yeah.
unicorn.
I like how you touched on the Trans Am because like I said, that's also my favorite. See, this is why me and Bit are best friends, okay? Because we we got similar tastes and stuff. So he covered, he presented it eloquently. So thank you.
I try.
you, you did it. You did amazing. You did amazing. Give yourself credit.
Alright, oh, so you're up?
Oh yeah, I'm basic once again. Um,
Wow, you sound like
I say that because like I know a lot of it's not like the biggest thing in the world, but like I love the beam stuff. Like okay, hold on, I'm gonna pull out my okay, I have to pull out anything justice related, so I'm gonna do that. Um,
it's not a show if you don't
okay,
at least show off the Justice one.
yay. Okay.
It's
So
really good.
another thing I freaking love when it comes to the cosmic era suits. Okay, so along with the little beam saver part, freaking love it. This guy right here, the beam for like the defensive side of things. Hold on,
Beam shield.
look at the beam shield. I love it. I freaking love the beam shield. I mean, this was something that Zaf created, like a new version of like energy shield and this so-called beam shield. It kind of like is similar to like a lightweight barrier and a precision reflector that was used by the Earth Alliance. But like the beam shields are like usually mounted on like the forearm, which you see here, of the mobile suit, and then it just kind of creates like some sort of like energy barrier that is like capable of like defending the suit against like physical and beam weaponry. So of course, like you said, we got the um got the Justice Gundam that has it. You got the Strike Freedom and the Dom Trooper. It also has the exact same thing as well. Oh, and also I can't forget the Destiny Gundam too. So there we go.
Can't forget good old Destiny.
Oh
But I
heck
will
yeah.
say I do like the mobile shield.
No, right?
Mobile shield is pretty cool. Mobile shield
Oh,
2 is even better.
oh
And
yeah.
that is equipped to the Destiny.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. 100%.
I think it's kind of funny that the Hawk got the impulse when, what was it, Shin got the Destiny.
Oh, I know, right?
Girlfriend got the hand-me-downs of the boyfriend.
Right?
I'm not writing ahead for that. If she was real, she'd probably kick my butt.
See? But it's true though. But it's true though.
And that's why she would kick my butt.
Ah. Okay, true.
She is a very prideful person, not like in a bad way. It
Yeah.
just allows her to be easily goaded.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. It's kind of funny when you mention it, like, thinking back on like Seed Freedom, the moment when the new version or the kind of like the upgraded version of the Destiny was announced, I will never forget Shin's expression in the film. He was thrilled. He was excited. He loves that.
Like after I started well, I should say that once I found out that Seed Freedom was coming out, and there was leaks of like other places that had come out in first,
Yeah.
and I saw like the battle where the Strike Freedom unit, the new Freedom unit comes in, it
Yeah.
connects to the Strike Freedom,
Yeah.
and then letting off all that whole battle scene.
Oh yeah.
That was the first time I saw it was on like a little clip on Facebook. I was stuck to my phone. I watched that clip like 3 or 4 times.
I know, that was me too.
Holy crap, this is so cool.
Okay, when that trailer dropped, oh my god! I think it was like a 6 minute like clip we got, right? I was just like you. I was so glued to my phone, I could not stop watching it on repeat, and I'm just wanting to analyze the living heck from it.
We just got tasked just said, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Hello, hello.
But yes,
Welcome to the
Stream was a
live.
good one.
Oh
It
yeah,
was definitely a good show. I'm waiting for Zero to come out.
I know. I'm hoping that we'll probably get it maybe towards the end of the year, or no, probably maybe the beginning. Well, I want to say we're going to get it this year because I'm not going to jinx it because, oh Lord have mercy, they forever be pushing things back. But I'm hoping we'll get it this
Well,
year.
there's been a lot of controversy in the world. And it's not just within the communities of the United States anymore. It is now going global because of, unfortunately, the Tangerine Palpatine felony and Supreme
Yep.
is deciding to. I realize what he's trying to do is make the United States great again, but
Yeah.
there's got to be a better way.
Oh,
It might not be
100%.
that we can see.
Oh yeah.
It's just a lot bad.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So from what I understand, Zero is supposed to be all the extra content that we did not get within the movie cast.
Correct.
So
Correct.
basically, it's everything they couldn't dub in English, basically. Well, I'm thinking.
Kind of. So you're right on the first half, the first ladder. It's just basically there was a lot of extra content that they wanted to put in the film, but they couldn't because of course, they had to keep it at a certain length, because it's going to be in theaters, right? So
Yeah.
we're talking about maybe like a good hour ish more of content, which kind of focuses on um more of the origin of um, the coordinators, their creation, along with learning about this other subclass. Yeah, called the Accords and stuff. So it does touch on that, and then they also incorporated like extra scenes that they took out, but they are going to put, that they're going to showcase and Team Freedom Zero.
But that'd be real good.
Oh yeah, you okay? You're right over there.
Yeah, I'm alright.
But yeah,
Where were we?
but yeah, yeah, we're talking about Sea Freedom Zero. Like this basically what is it gonna touch on? And like I said, it touches on some material that just could not be fitted. They had to take out of the film. So it's like we're getting pretty much the origin story of where coordinators came from, along with the subclass of Accord, which was introduced in the film, and then along with some other additional deleted scenes that couldn't fit in the film too. And then you were saying like we're going into like controversies, like with today's world and stuff like that. So
Well,
little
they
recap.
have to find actors that can not only do the characters justice, but don't. How can I say? Don't
I guess
cause
not.
other problems within the film.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Um.
good. I'm sorry.
So it has.
It is all good.
For some reason, I lost my camera. Huh.
We're working out the kinks, y'all, with the tech, so it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Um. Huh. Actually,
It is okay. It is okay.
Okay. Um. Yeah, we're just gonna have to.
I
It's all
gotcha.
good.
It's all good. It is all good.
I don't know why, but the last couple
Hmm.
days, with the weather being so brutal, I guess,
Yeah, yeah.
it just hasn't want to. I don't know.
Kind of work with you a little bit more.
There we go.
Oh, you're back. You're back. We got him back. Yay! Welcome back. We missed that face.
Some people would disagree with that.
Hey, hey, you're the host. So, of course, we would miss the face.
Oh, I've heard of people out there that tune in to shows and podcasts and stuff just to pull them apart. I mean, I did that back in sort of the sci-fi movies, but
Yeah.
those movies kind of ask for it. Like really bad parody movies. No, I'm not referring to Evil Dead. Those movies were genius.
It was good though. It was good
Yeah.
though.
Hey, if you want a good laugh while you're baked, go for it, man.
Exactly.
Nothing like a good spoof of, yeah. Can't go wrong with Ash Williams.
Exactly.
Alright, so other tech. You've basically covered all the beam weapons,
Hmm.
and offense and defense. Other systems, like other pieces of tech, um, the power speed dispersal, like anti-beam dispersal weapons were pretty cool.
Hmm.
They also have a counter agent against beam technology. I thought that
Oh
was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's another one. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where. Okay, hold on. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, one of the other pieces of technology we could also kind of talk about as the main, as a whole, because like when the mobile suit is not being used, and it does this sort of, is it like a energy transfer where the mobile suits go from color to like a grayish tone, or is it something, or is it a different term I'm messing
Alright,
up
so
on?
that is the phase shift armor. So think of it as kind of like a reinforcement for the armor itself, an
Yeah.
extra electronic
Hmm.
reinforcement. So when the battery runs out, that's why you always see Shin like reactivate with a different silhouette.
Right.
So like force impulse gets used up, it pops off, sword impulse goes in. That's how
Right.
they keep the phase shift from, I guess, eating through too much of a battery. They might not be able to build a battery strong enough to power it indefinitely.
Right.
I think that got taken out with when they were disactivating the jammers, which I thought that was pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
I think that people would have too much controversy with that, even in the real world. Definitely in
Oh
the
yeah.
real world.
You know, another interesting thing, if you think about it, there's so many correlations with the current happenings of the world, and then you can see it in Seed in a sense too. Especially the whole different, factions, um, and how they're going against one another, and the whole, just you just see it's just so scarcely accurate.
Hold on.
So scarcely accurate.
I'm trying to.
You all right? You all right?
There we go. Big time, right? Big time what? Big time City Blues?
I love that. I love that.
Taz, you're gonna get me in trouble, man.
Uh-oh. What did he say? What did he say?
He says big time, like, my mind isn't just gonna go off to the races with everything I can think of.
He's calling you out. He's calling you out. He's calling you out.
Oh my god. Odin get a seat ready for me. I'll be in Valhalla tonight for sure.
Oh yeah.
Crystal finds out.
Oh man, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh,
You're just not figuring out how to goof, Taz? That should have been evident on my birthday night. Anyways, moving onwards.
that's our regular schedule program, folks.
Back to you, Bob. What the hell?
Yeah, back to you, Bob, in the studio.
Where's the studio at? Oh, we lost it.
The Forge.
We lost it when we lost it.
I'm at a satellite location, okay? Your Forge is the main hit HQ. So that's your Bob. Hi, Bob.
If you didn't give me a hard time, I'd be worried.
Poor Bit. He's just going through it right now.
I don't know. Like, brain died.
R.I.P. to the brain.
Rip. Hex fire brain.
The Hex Fire Brain. There you go. I feel it.
That you really want to touch on from Seed or Double.
Let me see. I know I've been talking about Seed like most of it. Let me dive into the Double O side of things because I love me some Double O. Don't get me wrong, y'all. Let's see. Oh, and I should touch on a little bit of Witch from Mercury too, because there's I mean, with Witch from Mercury we do have the bit system, which you already touched on already. Just a different form of it. We talked about the Trans Am. What the heck? Come on, PC. So we talked about the Trans Am. Let's see. We have. I'm just looking at my list here because I. Oh, you know what? We didn't touch on one of the coolest things in Double O, and that's Veda, the quantum processing system.
quantum computer.
Yeah.
Ooh. Every
Yeah.
IT's wet dream.
Oh yeah. Veda, like Veda, the networking guiding intelligence. And then you have like the Veda link systems that goes with the advanced like mobile suit operations too
Oh,
for
even the
Celestial
trial
being.
system.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
trial system's pretty awesome and
Mm-hmm.
respects of which kind of goes in that if you think about it, the trial system is kind of like what the MTD can do with Cyclone.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
I think I know where they got that
100%.
from.
There you go. There you go.
I think I'm
Oh,
beginning to figure out how I'm gonna do this, which
okay.
involves a lot
Okay.
more of
Please, please elaborate. What you got? What you got?
well, so this layer is going to be incorporating a piece of tech that is
Mm-hmm.
technically from the science fiction comic book world, which how live action movie just didn't do very well. It is from
There you
Ultraviolet. It's called a zero module point module. It's
go.
basically a mass storage device. But
Oh.
take take a basically a teleporter buffer,
Yeah.
where they hold the biosignature of whatever
Mm-hmm.
they're teleporting. Take that. It, that's it.
Oh.
But you can
Okay.
wear it around your wrist in the movie and comic book. But in this case, it's going to be housing couple thousand, couple million Hellfire missiles
Oh
that are
yeah.
just gonna instantaneously just look like they're firing out in random positions of the lighter. So you never know where it's gonna come from. Might come out of its butt.
Oh yeah.
Poop missile.
Also, I have to do a little brief
That is
since we're
now a thing.
talking. Since we're doing a brief touch on Veda, I have to like do a little shout out to Valina because she loves her some Tierra. So of course, Tierra and Veda, you know, they go hand in hand. That's all I'm gonna say.
Tierra Arye. The the
Yeah.
only the only celestial beings manufactured coordinator.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Which kind of makes me wonder if after Ribbons, his genetic sample wasn't destroyed because they stopped using his genetic sample and went a whole nother way. Like they had Tierra and there was one other variant
Right.
of coordinator, but they always came in pairs,
Oh
except
yeah.
for Ribbons.
They always came together like in tangent too.
Ribbons was the only one that didn't have a tandem. He had tandems.
Yeah. Multiple. Hence
He
plural.
was the only other one that was linked directly to Veda
Oh
through
yeah.
quantum brainwaves,
Oh yeah.
which is another very interesting topic. Quantum brainwaves. That would be some
Oh, he.
Hmm. Makes me wonder, did I lose? That would be why.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You alright?
Yeah, I figured it out.
Do we need to send an Amber Alert for anything missing? Let me stop.
No,
More
we
like a
need
Silver
somebody to
Alert.
kick my butthole. Cause I just didn't realize what I had done wrong.
Oh. It happens. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happens all too often.
That's. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Well, things happen. Nothing really I can do about it.
Oh, yeah.
Except for fix the problems as they come along.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Anyways, Veda, Tierra.
Vita.
When that goes, as far as that goes, I would have to counter that with the Alea Vinyana system. I think that's a pretty good system. The spatial awareness
Oh
of
yeah.
mobile suit or mobile armor or the Gundam frame that you're piloting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
100%.
Taz hasn't said something now that I've touched on that.
Yep.
Because he is an IBO fanatic.
Oh yeah. It's speaking of IBO.
I would have to go along with probably Lupus Rex. I mean, besides Amazing Barbatos, but that's really a bash. Amazing Barbatos, that one, yeah. Yes, that is true. You do have the possibility of losing your limbs there, Kaz, yes. That is the downfall. And that's why you had to be young until Tekkanen came along and held the Gallahorn and figured out the flaw that for hundreds of years hadn't been solved. Which kind of makes me wonder if they didn't do that on purpose. The whole we can't do it anything else but with kids. They just kept it like that. They didn't try to fix it. But that, as far as Gundam shows go, that show is probably the darkest one out of all of them. Even more so than seeing the ketchup come out from underneath the Ariel's hand. We're just gonna call it ketchup. For guideline purposes, it is ketchup. Bad llama, no sugar cube. That was a ketchup packet, yep. Ow, but valid. Hey, look, my camera's doing it again. Alright, so the camera that is in fact being used for that, hi guys, Logitech, you really bit the farm when you tried to update your software with this camera, because it's that last one where when they switched to the OS, like the stuff that they wrote the driver for, it screwed everything from that camera back to where it doesn't work anymore with anything for drivers anymore. So yeah, it's that camera, but I still get mine to work. I just have little problems like you saw. It just likes to blur out. don't get me wrong, Logitech is awesome. I love their mouses, their wireless keyboards, things like that. Yeah, it's just that one driver that made the rest of the cameras bite the farm, because the camera that I'm using for that is it's a great camera. It's portable. It's durable. It just it's outdated, unfortunately. But I just haven't been able to replace that one. Like I'm slow, as you guys have like noticed, I am slowly beginning to upgrade things. Like it is very much a process for all people, IT and everything. Yes, McGillis was an adult, and that's part of the reason why Tekkanen uh, was so why McGillis was so interested in Tekkanen, because a lot of the kids that were in Tekkanen were on the borderline of being an adult, so they could do the testing with it. Yeah. Well, there was also Ein, who was using the Type E as well. But because of the data and Tekkanen being so, a lot of them being so close, they were able to synthesize it. But yeah, there was a lot involved after Ein. Ein was kind of was way worse than just I swear there was something else there that went wrong with that than just the mobile suit and the Leia Vignana. There was something else there. It might have been a gene or something. I don't know. This Ein was unstable in more than one way. I believe it was him, and I believe that's probably what sent him over the edge as well. So Taz thinks that it is the same Ein that was in the Greys there at the beginning of the show. The one where basically he lost his both of his commanding officer, second in command, and both were wiped out by the Barbatos. And the Barbatos had only been sitting around until that moment. And he even did all that with minimal thruster fuel. Took out one Graze with one minimal thruster fuel. That's funny. Alright. Let's see here. We have 10 minutes till we, till we end. So, you want to touch on one more system? I Veda is definitely one of those systems that probably would even rival Skynet. And no, I did not say Skyline. So all you gearheads out there, no, I'm not talking about a car. Nice car, even though it is a Sidewinder. I prefer American Muscle, but that's just me. Skynet though, and Veda would probably have a little bit of a fight between each other, trying to figure out who has the bigger processor. Oh man. The oil flew a little bit too rich that night. The coolant, that's more feasible. The processor coolant was a little thick. They're powered like Bender. They're powered by beer. You can't go wrong with Bender. Bite my shiny metal. Yeah, not gonna finish that. And next time on Hex Forge Custom, sorry, this show has been canceled due to, well, yeah, profanity. It's back. Now it's back on Comedy Central for like the third time, I think. Yeah, like they just started doing new seasons like I think it was last year or something like that. It might have been 2 years ago now. This might be its third year back on Comedy Central. Because for a while it was Comedy Central and Sci-Fi Channel on certain night, and they would run kind of opposite of each other. I think one was Friday, one was Monday, something like that. But I do know that Gundam 00 was on the day before or day after it. One of the two. I just oh so if you have not watched the new Devil May Cry, you have got to see it. It is awesome. Like so if you yes, so you remember like the Batman in the 90s Batman and Superman adventures, like that Batman, like the guy that is the most iconic voice actor of Batman of all time. He is playing Dante. And it's more modern, and you see him activate his devil trigger for the first time. And you even see the guy that like they give a whole new outlook on it. It's more modern. Like the guy that usually gives him his missions, his I don't know what to call the guy. He's definitely not an agent. He's more of a booker. I don't know, but he's like ba- basically he's a short fat guy this time, not some tall like 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 chiseled jaw looking guy like he is in the anime. No, he's short fat guy. And it's still it's good. Like I don't know how they're gonna incorporate it, but they're supposed to be incorporating the entire family of Sparta, supposedly. I think it has eight episodes so far, so it's not a full season yet. Yeah, they'll like release 8 episodes, and then they'll wait a couple months and release 3 or 4 more, and yeah, they'll get to like episode. I don't understand why they do that. If they're gonna do something like that, they should just have it in set amounts because every show they kind of change it up to like 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 2, 1, 8, 1, 1, 1, 7, 3, 4. What the hell? Oh yeah, it's already on its second question. It's already on its second season. I mean, yeah, like that's right. I did see something about that later. And you're right. It is annoying as hell, Taz. Sorry, I have not been paying attention. I forget my phone is standing right here with all this going on beside it. Here, let me solve this problem. Oh man, yeah. But Devil May Cry has been one of those. It's been one of those movies that have been. Well, not movies. It's actually originally started off as a game, actually. But it's really come up, and I'm still like, if I can find it again, I'm gonna try to find the dupe a remake of the actual Red Queen, his brother's sword from the last. I think it was Xbox 360 that had it. It might have been Xbox One. Yeah, but the Red Queen is one. I've seen the Red Queen a couple times. I've only seen one actual to scale ish. I think it was like a 1 point off from actual to scale, but they built his actual sword from the anime. Which that would be pretty big if you think about it, because the sword's actually bigger than him. Guy swings around like it's nothing. There's a, I'm waiting to see how the rest of the show unfolds. It's gonna be pretty cool. They kind of do got. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would definitely be cool. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be a throwback game, but they didn't leave it a throwback, like a prequel game. So Taz just said that he didn't like the remake where they had the short brown hair Dante instead of the regular white hair Dante. I think that was supposed to be a younger Dante. Well, Dante, when we see him, he's actually a lot older than what we would think. He's actually a couple hundred years old by the time we meet him in the games and everything from supposed lore. It's a remake. That's in theory. That's the theory of it, that game's younger. There's also theory that they were actually kind of testing out if they could pull off the brother thing. Because if you look at Dante's bloodline, he looks exactly like his daddy in human form. The only difference is their devil forms, except for one. The brother that has the Red Queen, after he activated his devil trigger, one hand was not able, one arm was not able to change back. Other than that, they look pretty much identical. I think there's three of them altogether. They always kind of hint that there could be more offspring of Sparta out there. Alright, so I think we're right on. Yep, we're right on the money. So, like always, keep rocking, stay nerdy, and always stay blessed. Alright, and we're out of here, guys. Talk to you guys later.